What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Reentry in Orbital Simulator. Today we're going to be back in the Academy, except we're going to be in the Project Mercury Academy. If you guys saw the last episode for Project Apollo, we were in the mission where it was, I believe it was transport and docking, but for some reason it was a glitched mission, so we never actually got to finish it. I went back through it and make sure I did everything correctly, and it was the same outcome. So basically, it's a glitched or a bugged lesson, I want to sort of say. It is still an alpha game, so I kind of understand that there's bugs and everything. But we're going to run through Project Mercury, Project Gemini, and then we will go and start the missions. We'll do a couple different missions with each and every single one. And I think while we're doing that, in the middle of it, we'll do campaign as well, just to kind of get more content of this game out on the channel. It is a very nice game. It is a very fun, nice game. It's like a mind-boggling game kind of sort of thing. You got to really think more so than anything with this game, which I kind of like. So we're going to Project Mercury. We'll do launch and ascent. Tutorial will go through the steps required for launch and ascent. Luckily, the ascent is an automated process, but emergencies can happen. So let's go ahead and launch that with these kind of somewhat long loading times. Alright, so as you can see, we are preparing the cockpit state right now. You can see it's a little bit different than Project Apollo, but welcome back, yoadrian. In this tutorial, we will go through all the steps required to launch and try to complete the ascent. Final checks checklist in your mission pad, M to access. Luckily, the ascent is automated, but we read that kind of in the intro there. Capsule is now in the normal state when you ingress the capsule for a mission. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and read through all this. It'll just kind of, I'm going to skim through it, but you guys can pause the video, read it if you want. Set the transmit to UHF. I don't know where that actually is. Up top? No. It's gonna be a tough one. I don't know where any of this is. Let's do commander seat, left panels, right panels. I don't know if that's it. No. It was on UHF. Okay, so yeah, that is true. During ascent, depending on launch vehicle, you will go through a different rocket stage to get the velocity required for mission. Squib bus needs to be armed, so arm the squibs. Okay, where the fuck is squibs? Okay, let's go to the left panels. This is going to be a learning experience. Aha, here we go. And arm the auto retro. Awesome. Swim 2, you never know if you needed an emergency. Ready to launch itself. Initiate the launch. Set the launch control switch to ready. This is going to be probably upper panels. It is not. Commander seat. There we go. So we will go to ready. Rocket will launch at any given time. Feel free to use the time scale. Once you are gaining altitude, observe, ensure, and report time from launch has started counting. Do this on the radio menu. Press C. Okay, so I'm pressing C and nothing's happening. So we've got M checklists. So we've got pretty much majority of this looks like done. It said it can launch at any given time. So okay, so we got about 15 hours, but that keeps going up, so I'm not sure. I don't remember what it almost. I don't know if I'm supposed to do anything or not. Clock started. Of course, still connected. Radio check. Altitude check. Read U55. We see at the launch pad. Main 100, 100, 100, 100. Awesome. Temp check. Yo, agent temperatures are fine. Retro at next AP. Agent time retro has been updated. Please double check and make adjustments. Okay. Well, I'm hoping that these aren't bugged either, but it says time to launch is 26 seconds. So we're going to wait on that and we'll launch and we'll see what we can do up in the air. For any of you guys watching this video, like I said in my last LSPDFR, if you saw that, I am out of town for the weekend. So I've got some pre-recorded videos to come out. But let's actually go to the external view and watch ourselves go into orbit. Umbilical disconnect. Press the ascent. Your primary objective is monitor the system, cycle through the control field, G-force gauge, cab pressure, pitch indicator, and oxygen levels. But damn, that does look pretty fucking badass though. That takeoff. Pitch levels. Use the window as a reference to cycle the gauges quickly and often. I know there are a lot of instruments, but these are vital for a safe ascent. Capsule has 2 fuel tanks. Blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna sit here and read through all this. I'm just gonna skim it and just kind of remember what I'm supposed to do. Just kind of keep an eye on the gauges. Cabin is now fully pressurized with pure oxygen. This will bleed off over time. Ensure this is decreasing and stabilizing at 55 psi during the ascent. Environmental control system ECS remain this at 5.5 psia. There it is. Pitch program will automatically pitch the rocket along the ascent path. Ensure this happens by checking the pitch needle in the center main panel. The capsule has 2 oxygen tanks, 1 primary and 1 secondary. ECS is controlling. Okay. Ensure the oxygen levels are at 100% during ascent. If they bleed off fast or seem strange, diagnose and report you've got enough oxygen to breathe for about 24 hours. Healthy battery shows 24 volts. Cycle to the volts of the battery. Ensure
cabin pressure is holding at 5.5. Cabin holding at 5.5.
Check that the altitude is increasing below 100 feet, 100,000 feet. Okay, well, we're somewhere. Check the air cabin temperature. It is measured in Fahrenheit. If it's too cold or too warm, adjust temperature settings below in the hatch. Rightmost panel, never exceed 120. I don't even see the temperature. Oh, temperatures are fine. Awesome. Once the tower is adjusted and the capsule is separated and the ascent is complete, orbit automatically. Okay. I'm assuming we're right here, actually. No, that is not us. We're somewhere. We're orbiting, but we're somewhere.
Cut off. Tower jettison green.
Something just happened. Let the capsule detach.
Cap step is green.
Includes the ascent lesson. Awesome. So we actually did that right for once. We'll save our state. Looks like we can't. Yeah, we did. End the session. And we'll go back to the Academy. Mercury. Looks like we got 3 stars on that. Checklists and Atlas. You will use what you learned in the previous 2 lessons to launch the Atlas into space and understand how checklists work with your mission pad. Alright, so again, we're preparing that state. Welcome to Atlas rocket. It is a much larger launch vehicle, LV, than the Redstone LV. It has inute thrust and a propellant taking orbit around Earth. For the cockpit is the same as the Redstone, but today you will use a checklist found in the mission pad. Press M in checklists. Only checks you need to follow is the final checklist. Click on it, follow manually, or hit run. Do the latter now. Highlight a switch in order. Okay, so checklists. And final run. Final run. This one, I'm assuming. Run. So we'll do that. Run it to launch. I'm going to arm these 2 from a radio check. I don't know how to do the radio check because that used to pop up like right there. Radio check. I don't see a radio anywhere. I do not see radio anywhere. Because none of those are check. Huh. Interesting. Do y'all remember in the last thing, there was actually like circles right here that did that. Interesting. Unless I have to go to right panels. No, see, it's nothing there. There's no radio either. Interesting. That is very interesting. We'll just do pro on that. Since we can't really do any sort of radio check. So it looks like we had to do what we had to do there. Yeah, transmit would possibly be it, but I don't think that's what it is. Access cabin, retro, no. No. None of those, none of those. None of those. Yeah, I don't know. Emergency. None. None. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about this one. Yeah, I don't see a radio check button anywhere, so I don't know. I don't know. We do have a minute 33 seconds left to launch, so we will just kind of chill here and wait till we have to launch. Kind of wish you could speed up the time a little bit, but I don't think you can. Alright, so about 12 seconds left. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just kind of look at it from the interior.
Roger, the clock is operating. We're underway. Roger, we're programming and roll
okay. Like the ascent checklist.
A little bumpy along about here.
Okay.
Roger.
Run.
Stand by for 20 seconds.
Auto encode jet light.
2, 1.
Back right, and then let's go to the right panels. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing there. Done. Actually, another step in the Atlas ascent is the booster stage. This can half stage remove some of the weight in the Mercury booster engines. I don't think there was anything there for boost, was there? No, there's not. There's not. Hopefully the game audio isn't too loud. I kind of turned down the music a little bit, but God knows, God knows. Let's see if we're actually making orbit here. It kind of looks like we are. Although I can't really tell where we're at, though. That's the only disadvantage of this game, is I can't really tell where we're at. But yeah, it looks like, judging from slobs, it looks like it's going to be about the same with the game audio. So I'm going to turn it down a little bit more once we're done here. Tower separation room additional step to prevent the retro engines to jettison accidentally.
Jettison tower is green.
Tower's gone. You're about halfway to orbit. Sustainer engine is now powering you for the final journey. Prevent the retro engines to jettison by accident failure. Reset the auto retro jet to off right. Good, then disconnect. Right side of the main manual. Great, by doing this you will have some additional security around. Engines. Rest the ascent, monitor the instruments, try to learn that you're ascending an orbit lesson. and went on capsule separation. Okay, so I don't think I was supposed to really do much other than what it told me to do. I do apologize if my voice isn't as loud as it should be. This game is very, very, very fucking loud. Looks like we're going to be making orbit here. As you can see here, we're right there. And we have to come all the way around. But I believe we are going to be making orbit here soon. You see, I believe we actually started right here. I believe. But it is gaining. We are gaining a lot. I don't know if you guys heard me back there, but I do apologize if my voice is very quiet. This game is just too damn loud for anything. But yeah, as you can see, mission has been accomplished. We made orbit. Let's go ahead and continue there. Save the state we're in. End that session. Let's actually go to my settings real quick. Let's turn the music down just a little bit more. Just because for some reason it's picking up the desktop audio more than it is picking up my voice. So let's go back to the Academy, Mercury, Electricity. Lesson 1 about electrical power systems in the Mercury capsule. Alright, so welcome to the electricity lesson. Umbilical disconnect. Mercury space capsule comes with an electrical system that is capable of producing both DC and AC electricity. DC is supplied by 6 rechargeable silver zinc batteries, each at 24 volts. Main batteries are connected to the main DC bus, where most electrical DC systems are whatever. 3 of these batteries are wired in parallel and is considered your main batteries. If your main battery batteries should fail, you have a backup standby battery. That's great. Last batteries are isolated. Very important squibs. Remember, squibs is a system that powers a pyrotechnics or separation and jetson. You can check the status of the batteries by using the volts gauge. Rotating the knob below, you can switch between each of the batteries. For example, you can switch to standby 1 to see a status of standby battery 1. Okay. Low voltage on one of the batteries is a good indication that something is wrong with it. If this happens, it's going to just switch over to the standby batteries. This is done by setting the standby battery switch to on. It will connect the standby batteries into main DCS. Okay. When you're on the standby batteries, you need to conserve power. This is done by shutting down the systems you don't need, like blood check, ASCS lights, use T to turn on the flashlight, etc. Okay. Important fact is that all modes that operate the 2 RCS systems are based on DC power, except manual propulsion, manual mode. If you're having issues with your electrical system, use this to control the capsule. Blah blah blah. Okay, I'm always just going to read kind of through this. I'm going to say nice, we'll just stand by. There we go. Turn off all the systems you don't need to keep you alive. You can use the emitter to see how much power you are consuming, which is... I thought that was down here. I thought my emitter was down here. Huh, interesting. Should avoid using the isolated battery this way at all costs. If you have to, try and wait till you're preparing for reentry. Source of the emitter is controlled by the same knob for the volts gauge. Let's get back to our original setup. Set the standby battery to off. And the ISO battery to norm. ACS and fans require AC alternating current. Electricity AC is generated from DC by using inverters. One AC inverter that provides 250 volts at 400 Hz, the ASCS system. Okay. You can always check the status by using the AC volts gauge. Rotate the AC knob to see the status of each inverter. Ensure its fans are set to now. For now. If one of the inverters goes down, slightly inverter will kick and illuminate the standby AC auto light. Not going to sit here and read through all this, just going to skim through it. I'm going to read it in my head. AC to standby. Okay. Nothing is connected to the standby inverter, so it should read 0 volts. Now set the fan's AC bus to standby. And now it went up. Fans are not protected by the standby inverter. You can do the same for the ASCS. Standby inverter. Where's the ASCS at, though, is the question. Aha, here. Fans, but not overload the system. Shut down all the systems are not for the ASCS. Now set the fans to norm. And we'll set that back to norm then. Also set the ASCS switch back to norm, which we did. Let's finish by taking power consumption. Make sure emitter is set to main. Okay. Power consumption should always be on your mind, as mentioned. The power consumption by your systems can read on the emitter. Try to set the ACS AC switch to off. And notice the impact. Okay, I see that. Okay, well. Also, way to turn off systems. Most systems have one or many fuses connected to it. Locate the highlighted programmer fuse and set it to off middle position. Okay. System isn't working. Ensure the fuse is set to 1. System is still not functioning. Set the fuse to 2. If it doesn't have something else, both fuses have blown. Okay. Battery states power consumption. React as soon as possible. Electricity produces a lot of heat, so pay attention to cabin temperature. Feel free to play around using the various systems switches too. This way you can instant control. Okay. Cool. So we got through that one as well. Honestly, we might try to get through 2 more for this one, because I don't remember how many we actually have left. So we went through electricity 1, 2, 3. Try to get through all 3 of these, and then we'll call it an episode and we'll do the exam. Possibly the next episode. Not sure yet. Haven't done the Project Apollo exam, just because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing with it. So since it is kind of a glitched, whatchamacallit, a glitch lesson. It doesn't seem like Mercury is that way just yet, so hopefully. Jeez, that was fucking loud. Okay, so the umbilical got disconnected again. Welcome to the reaction control system tutorial. Lesson, take a look at the various systems of the Mercury capsule. Okay. Base capsule comes equipped with a few systems to keep it stable and control its altitude. You just know where the Earth's horizon is. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Sounds good. I'm actually reading this in my head. I'm not like speaking it because it's too much to read. But I'm actually just kind of reading this in my head. Okay. RCS, reaction control system. Mini thrusters. Okay. Not supposed to do anything yet, am I? No. Capsule reoriented and controlled by either automatic mode. Okay. Interesting. In the virtual cockpit, press F5 to move the camera to the stabilization control panel. Oh, okay. A square named ASCS mode select. With 3 switches configures the system in conjunction with 4 pull handles. Okay. I don't really see it. But okay. ASCS mode select. Yeah, I don't see it. I see ASCS AC, and then that's it. System is configured to use the ASCS to control the spacecraft fully automatic. Okay. Unless I was looking at the wrong side. Doesn't look like it though. Yeah, I don't see anything that I'm supposed to be doing, so I'm assuming it did it for me. I'm hoping. I'm truly hoping that you did it for me. And like I said, I'm not reading this out loud. I'm just kind of reading it in my head. And then just if you guys need to pause the video, go ahead. If you guys are actually, if you're like interested in it or whatever. Okay. It's FPW. Aha, here we go. Fly by wire. I mean, let's change altitude. Huh. Interesting, okay. That's awesome. I didn't realize we could, like, change our altitude. That's amazing. Can't really see my own. Go back to the commander seat. You can set the AAC mode to auxiliary. Okay. To norm. God, it doesn't matter if now I use norm. And set the middle auto to rate command. Okay. Last, pull the black manual handle out. Mode, you'll be able to thrust manually in all directions. Okay. Yes for pitch, AD for yaw. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's cool. That's awesome that it just kind of follows you like that too. Looked at the fully automatic mode, FPW, and manual mode. Take a look at the last mode, RSCS. Semi-automatic mode. Okay. First set the mode switch to norm. Okay, so it is set to norm. Rate command, it's there. Back in. I mean, let's change altitude. Notice you're burning fuel from both the manual RCS system B and the automatic RCS. Okay. Ah, okay, so it doesn't, can't do nothing anymore. Mode to norm. It's there. Auto. And then, last thing I want to mention is the ability to combine manual and ACS mode. Do this, you still need the mode switches to norm switch and the auto switch. Handle out. Mode, but if you pull out any of the pitch, yaw, or roll handles, select axis and manual mode. Oh, okay. Try to pull the pitch now. Okay. For the autopilot or manual FPW, RCS, or MP. Advanced lesson is more to understand how to control the capsule. Okay. Awesome. We're running through these and I'm actually learning a lot from this game. And that session. Oh, wrong thing. I didn't want to do missions. I want to do academy. Staying alive. Okay, well, that's okay. That's not a very good lesson name, just stay alive. Again, that was loud. Afternoon, welcome to the environmental control system lesson. Umbilical disconnect once more. ECS's primary job, keep you alive in normal Earth-like conditions. Okay. Water, clean the air, and so on. Oxygen is supplied at 5.5 psi in the cabin. 2 circuits, one through the cabin, one through the suit. Launch pad cabin is filled with pure oxygen at 16 psi. Bleeds off by the atmospheric pressure during ascent. Temperature is regulated by coolers. Okay. It's kind of interesting, honestly. Okay. Push through the cabin and the suit. Suit by 3 fan systems. 1 for the cabin, 2 for the suit. Okay, like I said before, I'm just kind of reading this in my head, so. Because it's easier to read it to my head and figure it out than just kind of say it. and then not know what I'm doing. Okay. The compressor's out. Okay, that was fucking loud. Press hold back in. You can repressure the cabin by pulling the repress handle out. When it's at 5.5, push the handle back in. Note this consumes a lot of oxygen. Check your oxygen levels frequently. I'm assuming that's what this is. Forward panels to control the temperature. Okay. Must be so high it's important to pay attention. Oh. That was quick as hell. That was like not even a minute. Or 2 minutes at least. That was quick as hell. So we're on to our last mission here for Project Mercury. Sequencer. Okay. So we're on our final mission here. Again with the umbilical disconnect. Welcome to the sequencer tutorial. Lesson will cover the sequence programmer. Okay. Seems very important. Okay. Programmer controls sequence system. System controls all the event states mission consists of. Has a simple user interface where the column of lights easily displays the current state. Indicator lights a list of lights on the left side of the panel. Each light has 3 states. Unlit, normal, and pending. Where am I at? Don't see it. Unlit means the event has not happened. Normal is indicated by green light, means executed normally. Pending is red light, means that it is about to happen. Processing or has failed. Okay. What do each lights mean? Okay. J tower indicates that the tower is about to be jettisoned. It will illuminate red in a few seconds before jettison. Turn green if jettison is okay. Capsule SCP will illuminate red. A few seconds before capsule separation from LV will turn green if separation is okay. Retro sector will turn red when the retro sequence has started. Green when completed. Okay. That. You to fire the retro engines for... Okay. Retro delay. Well, switch in norm means the retro... Okay. Retro fire will not fire my capsules outside of range. Okay. Important as burning the retro engines in the wrong direction might make it impossible to get back to Earth. Red is outside, correct altitude. Green is inside, correct altitude. Retro altitude switch can be used to bypass the retro attitude requirement. Fire retro will be red 10 seconds before retro engines are fired, and manually by pressing the fire button next to the light. Be green when fire retro is complete. Other side of the panel, the retro warn and tone will indicate that the retro is about to start. Cancel if something is wrong. 60 seconds after retro fire. Okay. 0.5 G will illuminate the deceleration is detected. ACS will capsule. Okay. Drogue can be manually deployed by pressing the button next to the drogue indicator. Which I don't know where any of this crap is. But I'm assuming they're going through these lights. Oh, okay, I see now. It's going through these lights. So main should be next. Yep. Awesome. So reserve and then landing bag. Landing bag will illuminate when the landing bag is extended, making the caps ready for impact and landing. Okay. And what about reserve? Rescue. I don't see a rescue. Rescue equipment is deployed. Okay. They do in for ramming operation, set the fuse to 1 or 2. That's it for the tutorial. Bye. Well, that was simple as hell. A lot easier than Apollo, that's for fucking sure. But since that's the end of it, that's going to go ahead and do it for the Project Mercury lessons, guys. Really did hope you guys enjoyed. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Drop a comment down below, let me know what you think. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Join the Discord server. Follow me on the social medias. Everything is down in the description below. Make sure you hit that like button on your way out, guys. Peace.